Hey, thanks for checking out Fast Eddie's Chop Shop. Here you have every right to be wrong, and I'm going to break it down for you. The market crashed, or is crashing. Now, I'm not an economist, but I do have common sense. I read. It's kind of funny. Um, I hear people debate, and I watch a lot of debates, and lots of times someone who has a college degree will often put down someone who may not have a degree but is well read. But they'll come at it as if it's a position of authority when it's not. If you go to college, what you're really doing, let's just be real here, you're paying for people to read to you. See, every college professor in every school, everywhere, is reading to you. Maybe not directly out of the book, but all his thoughts, all his ideas came from him reading or being read to by a college professor to him. Reading is so important. So important. I encourage everyone to read and read ferociously and as much as you can. And I contend someone who reads a book a week for like a couple of years will far surpass anyone with a college degree. I contend that you could know enough and read and study enough to become a surgeon, a doc. For a surgeon, you might need to practice. I think they practice on dead people, and I get that part. But things like a lawyer, almost anything that you can think of, you could learn to do it by yourself online by reading. Although I would suggest if you're going into a specific field, going to college is great. But if you're not, save your money. That's another. I'm getting off topic here. We're going to talk a little bit about the crash here. Why did it happen? When? The why, what, how, and who. Who benefits from a crash? Wealthy people. They benefit from all crashes. If it's a crash in the housing market, they can buy property cheaper. If it's a crash in the stock market, they can buy companies cheaper. Uber wealthy people love crashes. They do better in the crash than they do in the good times. So who doesn't benefit? You and I. When you see things like this, and coupled with inflation, why is all this happening? Because years ago, I think it was under Nixon, we dropped the gold standard. Basically, before, money was this. It was a note, a piece of paper that was backed by real gold. Now, at the end of the day, what gives gold its value? What we think about it. The whole money system, everything is derived on how we view it to be. It's all in the mind. There is no perception of value. Back in the day when you were trading chickens for cows, it was the perception of the value of the chicken versus the cow, and really what you could do with it. And what we did is we converted that to paper, but that paper was backed by gold. And then the government went off the gold standard. Now, why did they do that? Why did the oligarchy, why did all the uber wealthy want to be off the gold standard? So they could print money. Modern monetary theory. And you got to research this for yourself. I'm not going to get into it. But basically, when you put $100 in the bank can turn that $100 instantly into like tens of thousands of dollar value. But what really, really, really hurts inflation in the economy or makes inflation go higher is printing money. Because every extra dollar they print, we start to lose faith in that dollar. When we start losing faith, because it's not backed by gold anymore, it's not backed by anything. That money in your pocket, that money in the bank is not backed by anything. It's a piece of paper. And as they print more of it, supply and demand, its value goes down. So when your government, our government, is printing trillions of dollars, they're devaluing the dollar. And a big problem with it this time, and as they say, the chickens are coming home to roost, worldwide, the dollar was always valuable, but it's not anymore. Many countries are leaving the dollar standard, if you will, big time. So why is it happening right now? Why is this crash happening? Again, it may bounce back up, but I contend, and call me a liar over time on this, I believe that the reason the economy crashed is because investors are worried about who might get elected. Reports come out that Kamala has a fighting chance to win. Boom! Economy crashes. Stock market crashes. Why? Because it's insane. The same thing that's been going on to cause the value of the dollar to go down, it's going to go on another 4 years? And I contend that smart investors know that we cannot survive 4 more years of Biden, Kamala, and whoever the puppet master is behind those two. And whoever's behind those two isn't an idiot. In fact, they're quite intelligent, evil genius. Whoever it is, might be a person, it might be a 3-letter agency, but they're not stupid. They know if I can see what it's going to lead to, and you can see what it's going to lead to, so can they. The destruction of our country. That must mean it's intentional. So, why did the market crash? Because, in my opinion, Kamala has a chance. Kamala has a chance. You will see the market rebound. Remember Trump's famous hockey stick? You will see it rebound big time. If the polls go back to Trump, you're going to see the market get better, because investors are going to go, okay, there's going to be an adult. Remember they used to say that we needed an adult in a room. There's going to be an adult businessman in the room, and therefore we're going to survive. If you see the polls going towards the Democrats, you're going to see everything continue to fall to pieces. If you see it going towards, let's face it, Donald Trump, because there's some pretty wicked Republicans too, and I can think of 4 or 5 on my hand that I would truly vote for. But we're kind of stuck in this 2-party system where we have to vote for some morons. But if you see the Republican Party, i.e. Trump, up in the polls, you're going to see the market come back better. But if you see that there's Kamala might win, it's going to continue to get worse. And folks, I know this to be true with all of my heart. If she wins, and it's not her, it's the monolith, it's everything about them. If they win, whoever they is, whom she is part of, we're done. Our country is done. If Donald Trump wins, we're going to buy 4 more years, and hopefully he can do enough during that time to save America. Probably can't. We would need another 4 more years after that of somebody else smart and intelligent. So, and might be why he picked J.D. Vance. Anyway, Fast 80s Chop Shop, what is your thoughts? Research me.